Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be doing some rare standard content today. I hardly ever make standard videos because I hardly ever play standard, but at the moment I wouldn't say enjoying it more, but I'd say I'm hating it less than the other formats. Like Modern and Legacy and Pioneer are all a bit of a mess at the moment because companions. So I thought I'd play a companion, but in a fairly fair way in standard. This is like a low to the ground Grixis spell slinging deck. So you have Dreadhorde Arcanist and Sprite Dragons, which really take advantage of all the 1 mana spells. And then Lurrus is here to recur those plus Maya Triton and Dreadhorde Butcher. There's a couple of really cool interactions with certain cards that might look crap, like Spark Harvest or Infuriate or I don't know, Disfigure, things like that. So, for example, with a Dreadhorde Arcanist, Disfigure can kill an X4. Spark Harvest plus Dreadhorde Butcher plus Lurrus is kind of cool because you can kill big fatties at minimal cost to yourself whilst getting pings in with the Butcher and stuff like that. There's one Maya's Grasp in the main. That's the only thing that's not a 2-mana creature or a 1-mana instant or sorcery, and that's because you can kill things a lot with Lurrus. Yeah, it's a bit of a dodgy brew, but so far I've been enjoying playing it, and all I can say is I'd recommend you guys do the same. It's been a blast. I don't play much Arena, so I was all the way down in Bronze when I started, but I got up to Platinum in a day or so with this, which I thought was pretty quick progress. I then seem to have plateaued at Platinum, I guess, as other people got used to Ikoria Standard and started to have more success, and I refused to play the Luca Agent of Treachery decks, even though they're clearly better. So I think I maybe capping my progress by being, stubborn and old-fashioned, but there we are. Yeah, I'm not going to chat too much more. I'm going to start playing some games. So yeah, let's see how we get on. I'm just going to play some normal, lazy, best of one. Play as many different opponents, different archetypes as possible, to try and give you guys a reasonable overview of the matchups and stuff. Try and keep it interesting. This is an absolutely acceptable hand. So my first thought when I see Lurrus is a black-white auras deck. Oh, I played the wrong land. Fuck. Should have played the Watery Grave. Untapped, and then I could have cast Opt, but there we go. Sometimes we make mistakes. Okay, I was going to say my first thoughts would either be this or black-white auras or black-red sack, and this appears to be black-red sack, so I'll have to see. Oh, maybe it's like a black-red knights or black-red aggro. I'm going to cast Opt, looking for either a land or a removal spell. There's a land. Third Arcanist wasn't quite what the Doctor ordered, but we'll see. Definitely can't block the Knight. There comes the Lurrus. Okay, well that's good. It means if we draw a removal spell, we're in really good shape. We did not. I guess we'll start by casting Duress. Unbreakable Formation is a good one to know about. So they are just Mardu Knights with bad mana. Bunch of stuff that dies to Shock or Disfigure if we draw one. I definitely don't have good attacks. I could attack in order to just opt for the sake of it. I think I'm going to start with Cling to Dust on the Unbreakable Formation just to draw a card. Okay. Opt is great. It's exactly the sort of thing we're looking for. Hopefully they're still continuing to draw horribly. I think they should be... Okay, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and just triple block the Lurrus. I think the opponent may have got a bit impatient there. Just looking for a removal spell. We've got 8, so we should be able to find one. Maya Triton is not a removal spell, but it's the next best thing. Going to attack. Going to cast 2 more Opts. Don't want that. Don't want that. Okay, well the deck is doing its best to screw us over. I was kind of operating under the assumption we might find a removal spell. I think I'm just meant to pass for the time being. It's a pretty scary turn. So the champions are targeting each other. I think I pretty clearly block here. And before damage I'm going to opt looking for a removal spell. Perfect. I think we're pretty good now. Oh, I forgot that would be growing. That's troubling. Just have to think a little bit. I think this is about the best I can do. So going to attack, cast Disfigure, and then I'm going to Spark Harvest, sacking probably my Dreadhorde Arcanist, I think, just because it's tapped. It's the more valuable creature, but I reckon if I can get out of this turn, I'm golden, so I just need to be a little bit careful for a turn, and then we're in decent shape. There's their white source they've been desperate for. Is it definitely this? I'm not sure. Let's think it through, Chris. I think I'd rather get a Dreadhorde Arcanist out so I can start. If I'd planned ahead, the red mana situation, I think I've maybe messed up. I'm going to cast Duress just to grow my Dorat, even though I know it's going to miss. Now I can cling to dust a creature. Okay, this is scary-ish. So they both... No, it doesn't have first strike. Okay. And now I think we're in reasonable shape. I don't suppose they're meant to, but they might even... Yeah, I think that's the best we can do for now. Yeah. Maybe should have thought that through. Maybe I wanted to play the Sprite Dragon first. I don't know. This is what I was trying to describe earlier about how you get all these cool lines involving Dreadhorde Butcher and stuff. I think I'm doing this just to gain a couple life, and because most of my other stuff has haste, so if I play it next turn, yeah, I think we're safe. Should be hard to lose from here. Cool, opponent agrees. So yeah, that was kind of a reasonable demonstration of the deck's decent ability to go long as well, because even though you've only got small, like, comparatively weak spells and small comparatively weak creatures, you've got like a ton of it because it all kind of fuels itself, so you get loads of everything, and that's usually enough. So I'm going to play a few rounds today. I'm not sure how many exactly, and I'm just going to keep going until I think the video's long enough to be interesting. It's as simple as that. Trying to show you some different matchups. I didn't really expect Mardu Knights, but they probably didn't expect Grixis cards I own, so... I think I'm supposed to keep this, but it's a lot of lands. Mardu Triome, I have no idea what that means. I assume I'm just meant to play a tap land rather than holding up shock. Is it the same again? Is this like a new hot deck that I didn't know about? Oh, Maya's Grasp. Woohoo! That's a good one against a small creature deck, isn't it? We like that one. But they're not playing Lurrus. I'm very confused. Oh, right. Well... I kind of need to kill that. Should have played it. Should have played a land out. Chris, you dumb shit. I could have responded. Saved my thing. Hit for 2. Very stupid. Sorry, friends. Okay. Well, we need to be careful about the old Pestilence Spirit, don't we? They could have the 1 mana spell from the new set, the one that's unplayable in draft, that deals 1 to everything your opponents control. It's pretty good with Pestilence Spirit. It's also pretty good with Pestilence Spirit. Four toughness is a thing as well. I'm going to attack, and if they'll allow me to shock it, I can finish it off by playing Lurrus and Maya's Grasp. I think this is fine. I think they just realise what my plan is, and now they've let me keep my Lurrus, potentially. So yeah, even though I've had to well, I say 2 for 1 for myself, I've 2 for 2'd myself each time. There goes Lurrus, this is now officially bad. I'll draw that, that's something to do. I guess I should cast the other opt now, in case I hit a creature. Although overcommitting does feel bad in the face of what we've seen. I'm going to hold the Cling to Dust for now, just in case they're playing any kind of recursion. Sure, that's kind of what I expected their deck to be doing once we saw all the Death Touch, but I think I want to draw a card. Not that card. Well, we've got a Castle Lochwain, so have they though, but that's kind of all we've got right now. Hopefully their hand is as bad as ours. I think my turn is just going to be this. Attack here. And use the castle. Kill that. This went well. That was good. Hooray for combat tricks. In Constructed. Everybody's favourite format for combat tricks. Nice. Looking good. Offer the trade. They snap it off, of course, because nobody plays around dazzling lights. Yes. I think we are pulling ahead. Why would you do that now? I suppose he might have a 1-drop. All my bad cards did good things. I like it. I like it. I got someone to scoop to Dazzling Lights once, and it was like the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. This is a similar feeling. Oh, the bad cards are really good sometimes. Hopefully we can string together some more entertaining stuff. Oh. It'd be nice to play not like rogue decks. Although I like the rogue decks. I would encourage people to brew, but I presume you guys want to see how this performs against decent like meta decks. My red matchup is very good. My Yorion.deck matchup tends to be fairly bad, and my Karuga.deck matchup is like very hand dependent. If I have a fast hand with a couple of these, it's usually good. Oh, yeah, we'll find another land with the 2 opts, it'll be fine. Everything's fine. Fucking hell. These Mardu nights, it never rains but it pours. Guess I'm just gonna look for a removal spell. Okay. Arcanist is a good mill. It's a fairly loose definition of a combo, but casting Dazzling Light on a creature that you're blocking with your Maya Triton feels pretty good. I think I'm just going to let this through. It's a good blocker. So I'm going to use Maya Triton on the Knight of the Ebon Legion. I'd say that's fairly obvious if they attack with it. This kind of feels like an attack with everything except the tokens, but I could be wrong. Is this Embercleave? Question mark. We'll see. I think I have to try and get the Worthy Knight off the board. Yeah, this is predictable. So we have our work cut out now. That much is clear. Don't. Yeah, I don't really think I can afford to attack with the Arcanist. This game is looking bad. Oh dear. Are these all humans? That's not a human, thank goodness. That's fine. We can live without Infuriate. I think they should have taken a a Maya Triton there, personally. Six from the night. Kind of just have to do this, which is a bit sad. Oh, I'll go to 0 anyway, even with the life gain. Screwed. Well done, Chris. Played that poorly. Well, it's good for you guys to see that the deck isn't perfect. It's close. It's really close. It's like probably the best deck in any format that anyone's ever made. But it does have its weaknesses. My local playgroup's been doing its usual, like, mini standard tournaments, and I've been doing bang average with this, so maybe it's not quite solved the format, but it's like, it's very close. Karuga. I'm going to keep this against a Karuga deck. Sure, yeah, I'm in. There's basically, in matchups where it has targets, Duress is obviously one of the best things you can do. Duress plus Dreadhorde Arcanist is insane. I bet there's a really, really great way to port this deck into, like, Pioneer using actual Thoughtseize and stuff. It would be really good in Modern. Probably still not good enough, but it'd be really good in Modern. Right, what you got? Hit. Yes, we hit. For those unaware, Teferi shuts down Dreadhorde Arcanist, but not if we get there first. So, yeah, we'll be attacking on our turn 3 before they have it. That's good. That's an amazing draw. Let's keep shredding their hand. They've not hit any lands. If they miss a land now, they may even scoop. They're incredibly far behind. That was a lot of Duresses. Sorry for enjoying that too much. That was a bit like... That wasn't a good look for old Chris. I promise I'm not that smug. One of my friends once described me as having resting smug face, which I thought was upsetting. This feels like a shit hand. Probably too good to mull, but like, it's right on the cusp. Yeah. Nothing too unexpected there. Kind of scripted, but I'm hoping that if they sort of use their turn to play 2 more 1-drops, which is often how these Obosh decks sequence, we can then grow our Dorat to be too big for a Bone Crusher Giant. Or indeed, a really good blocker for these. Yeah, so this is fine. We take it. think it makes sense for me to do it this way. And just sit back. I could be wrong. May have been correct to just cast Duress there because the Scorch Spitter still wasn't attacking into 2/2s, and I may have been better off protecting my Sprite Dragons. Okay, that thing needs to die. That won't kill it. Can't cast Lurrus. Can only cast one spell, basically. So I can Duress to make sure the Dorats are big. Oh, maybe I should get greedy. What have they got? Nothing. And I've got one. I could hit my own land. I'm just thinking about trying to hit a land drop, you see. Okay, we failed to do so. But this is fine, I think. If they attack as is, without developing their board, we can shock to kill one of the small creatures, which will also reduce the annexes powered by 1, and then grow our things to 4/4s, so we can block the annex really well. Okay, they played around that. And I think I have to block the annex, so... This doesn't have first strike, so I can just pass the damage. Good. Patience was rewarded. Nice giant idiot. Oh, black mana. So options are, I think I like Duress plus Dreadhorde Butcher because I want to protect my Lurrus. They don't have anything to take, that's sad, but it's fine. The Dreadhorde Butcher's nice, it trades for a couple tokens. Yeah. What's in my graveyard? Just a Dorat. Either way, a 3/2 with lifelink's still really good here. I think they're supposed to just attack. Killing the real thing because of devotion, as opposed to the tokens. Also, the tokens can't block. I suppose, yeah, I can get that back with Lurrus now if I draw a black source. Hopefully a pain-free one. I'm not sure I was supposed to attack with a Dorat last turn. I was just thinking of trying to end the game. I think they're meant to play the Bone Crusher Giant. I'm certain I have to shock, which is really, really sketching me out, but I think this is correct. Now I have to decide about attacking. I can't. It's too bad. If I get one removal spell on the Lurrus, it's too bad. Okay. Well, they can't really attack. I don't like this position at all. I really need to gain enough life. Like a Maya Triton off the top would be amazing. That's better. Need to leave a shock in case I draw a Dreadhorde Arcanist. I think they forgot that Cling to Dust would punk them out there. So this feels really strange, but I think this is what I'm supposed to do. And then I can hit for 7, and then if I draw a spell, I have lethal, and I'm not taking lethal on the crackback. So I think this is what I have to do. I can't cast Cling to Dust at the moment. I need to hit a spell off the top, or another. Oh, that's got haste, sure. Well, I didn't think I was in a particularly good spot, but I had to try to play to my outs. Yeah, couple losses in a row. I think, is that 2 losses in a row? Can't remember. Anyway, we're gonna play another 1 or 2. I played a game against a friend of mine recently who was playing like a Jeskai, Lurrus and Sprite Dragon deck that was otherwise quite different to this, but it had that same sort of key idea of. But he was recurring auras, because auras still triggered Dorat, so he was playing like 1 mana and 2 mana auras, and God's Willing for protection and stuff. This is a lovely hand. Should have said that. Okay. It's annoying we don't have a Steam Vent, so I kind of have to decide, but I think there's a 100% chance Opt can be useful, whereas there's less than 100% chance that Shock can be useful, so I'm going to play it this way. And when we cast the Opt, we'll just be looking for lands. Preferably... No, it doesn't matter, we've got all our colours. There's no strong feelings about lands. Pardon me. Opponent's name might mean that they're a Big Nasty fan, and for those of you who are not aware of who Big Nasty is, you should look him up. He is an absolute treat. It's this sort of gigantic, larger-than-life bloke and larger-than-life character from the UK grime scene who yells bass a lot, and he's got this crew called the Bass Defense League, and he spells it like that. But he really is a gift to mankind. He's amazing. Teferi, you say? Well, I have a good answer to that. You're plussing it. That was a mistake. Let's think this through. I think I'm supposed to just kill Teferi, so I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter which one I target, I'm going to deal 2 to the player either way. Don't have Shatter, please. I would like to draw Duress. Duress would be amazing. Okay. Thank you, deck. There aren't any instant speed sweepers, so this should be safe-ish. Please don't have 2 shatters. Please don't have 2 shatters. That's all I have to say. Omen of the Sea, sure. I suppose they're hoping to scry 2 to the top and put the best one on top of their library rather than in their hand. But yeah. Hopefully we can kill them before that Dream Trawler matters. I assume this is... Oh, I've drawn a Shatter. Lucky them. Sure, now we're in trouble. That was bad. If I'd cast Cling, I would have been able to draw 2 cards, so that was bad. I assume they slam Dream Trawler. There's no reason not to. So now I need to be able to deal a lot of damage, too much damage maybe. I'm assuming they've got Elspeth Conquers Death, so it makes sense to take a Planeswalker. Okay. So my hope is that they can't attack. Although they may view gaining 5 as being as productive as having a blocker, which is not an unreasonable way to view it. They should probably Teferi bounce Lurrus. I'm not sure. Could also be a Sprite Dragon, but I deliberately didn't grow them like temptingly big. That's not good English. We'll have to see what happens. This is a genuine tough debate for the opponent, I think. $16 is asking a lot. Shock is kind of a good draw. What have they got? A petty theft? Essence scatter, okay. I'm going all in and assuming they draw nothing, which is really, 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 really loose and aggressive. But I'm just trying to race the Dream Trawler, basically. The fact we have a little bit of life gain ourselves is really nice, because the life total was slipping a bit. If they draw something like a Shatter, we're boned, aren't we? But if they've just got like 2 Elspeth Conquers Death in their hands, then life is great. Well, they've still got Shatter mana, so worst scenario is post-combat. They've top 2, that's not good. Worst case scenario is post-combat Shatter, and then we just pack it in, I think. If they don't have a Shatter, we can certainly deal 11. If they just play a Planeswalker or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so they must have something. Going to cast this. I'm just going to attack. Maybe they've miscounted. We'll see. It would be funny if they did die, because they've been topping a lot. Okay. That was kind of the worst case scenario, wasn't it? Yeah. We're still alive, thanks to Lurrus, and we have a stocked graveyard, so we can hope to fade Wraths for another turn. Every cantrip is obviously another point off our life total and onto theirs, so it's kind of like those Omen of the Seas are basically Lightning Helix as well, if you add them up. They must have drawn another cantrip and are considering doing it before damage, I think. Maybe they're trying to figure out how much they can, how much mana they need to leave up to protect themselves. I'm not blocking. Am I blocking? No. I think that's fine. So if they've got Petty Theft, I need to infuriate the one that I don't care about them bouncing. So I guess that's Maya Triton. At least that way I gain a couple life again. And that is 13, so they have to have something. Kind of feels like they don't have anything. Woo! Got him! Beat a Dream Trawler! Woo! That was a nice one. Screw you, Hallowed Fountain dicks. That was a diss directly aimed at a friend of mine. Shall we see if we got anything worthwhile? Ooh, an Ozolith. They seem to be taking off in old formats, and I guess they're probably busted in Commander. Not that I play Commander, but I understand there's lots of +1 and other types of counter-centric shenanigans to be had there. I think this will be the last round, regardless of whether it goes well or badly. Don't want the video to be too long. They haven't revealed a companion. I don't know what that means. Probably mono red. I'm going to keep. Shark Typhoon art doesn't go very well with mono red. But maybe it's a massive trick. Have you noticed you can antagonise your opponent's pets by clicking on them? It's very therapeutic. Missed. Well, I was right in that it was mono red. I was wrong to keep this hand, it would seem. Play your dodger. Play your dodger. This hand looks real bad in this scenario. Although, if I can find a black source, Maya's Grasp plus Lurrus might win the game on its own, looking at their hand. So if the next draw is either a black land or a non-black spell, we're all right. But if it's not, we're in a bit of bother. Okay, that doesn't help. Well, this trades with Anax at least, and mills stuff. Milled a black source, that's not great. Do I want to attack? No, I think I'd rather trade with something like a robber. Scorch Spitter's not too scary. This is all quite a lot, isn't it? Quite a lot. I was wondering if they were just going to send with the team. I don't think they're supposed to attack with Anax, you know. Because Maya Triton on Anax is such an easy block. Oh, it was a black source. It's always what you don't want it to be, isn't it? Okay. If we live through this turn, like they don't have an Ember Cleave, we're looking pretty solid. It's worth noting that Castle Embereth is pretty scary. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we have to block with both. Hang on, no we don't, we can block one. Yeah. Alright, got a 1. Infuriate's amazing draw. Gain 2 life. Gonna gain a bunch more. Yeah, we just have to hope that we don't get punked out with like a shock type effect on Lurrus. Sure. So they can play that, right? Because it says play and not cast. That's an important distinction. Ooh. I think I made a mistake there. Quite a bad one, because I forgot that these couldn't block. I was certainly supposed to Maya's Grasp one of the two potential blockers before attacking. I forgot about that as well. That's pretty bad. So I can gain 2. Yeah, I think this is the best we can do. And then we've got access to shock. Yeah. Okay. I may have, by being kind of crappy against Chandra, I may have screwed the pooch. But oh fuck! I should have killed this. Fuck. That may even cost me. Yeah, they always have it. Go to exactly dead. Well, I don't think I played that game very well. Sorry, viewers. I think on another day, in better hands, we win that game. But it's nice to know that you can win. I think to be honest, my mono red matchup feels really good. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed it. So I'll post the link in the description. But if you want to play it, I thoroughly recommend it. It's an absolute blast. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.